So no let-up in the Prime Minister's schedule, his third time in Somerset in a fortnight, and things are moving at least. But this is all begged, borrowed and stolen.
Well, some of it is from the Department of Local Government Reserve. Some of it has been sourced from overseas. We've, thrown everything at this national effort.
Having seen a good deal of what is going on, David Cameron insists the UK is equipped to deal with the worst, though at times people have been slow to exploit the help that's open to them.
One of the things that didn't happen as fast as I would like is actually accessing the military. I think some areas were a little bit wary of seeking that military assistance, and that's why I said, don't think twice, think once.
So many of the solutions that are protecting people from flood water right at the moment have the air of crisis management. They are essentially temporary. But ultimately, the many people who live around here and, of course, in other flood-hit regions up and down the country will need something more permanent. And what will that take? Well, money.
You can see, that's the village there, which is gone.
The White House.
Where does your field end?
Right down.
Meeting individuals who've been affected by the floods, David Cameron has continued to offer reassurance that money is indeed no object in terms of immediate crisis management. Now, though, he's beginning to acknowledge there may be a need to spend more in the years ahead too.
You've got to look at the Environment Agency predictions, you've got to look at where the floods took place, you've got to ask whether there are other defences that can be put in place and have that proper review, which is what we'll do.
So you won't rule out getting your chequebook out?
No, you've got to look at, if you look at where the floods have been this time, compared with 2007, compared with 2003, I'm sure that people will have ideas for different things that need to be done and new defences that have to be built, and of course we'll look at those.
Rumbling in the background throughout the crisis has been a political argument about whether climate change is driving the current spate of appalling weather.
Obviously, I believe, as the experts tell me, the likelihood of a link between climate change and these extreme weather events is there. But, that shouldn't deflect us from the task you've also got, which is to mitigate against these appalling events. And that's what we should be focused on right now.
The Prime Minister may barely be out of wellies in the next few weeks the way things are going, but having been stung by initial accusations he was too slow to act, he's determined not to offer his critics any further ammunition. Joey Jones, Sky News, on the Somerset Levels.